Yes, the wait is finally over. Here we have the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro full review. Hey guys, it's your tech girl Mary and welcome back to our YouTube channel. Alam ko guys, alam kong ang tagal nyong ni-request nito. But of course, alam nyo naman yung process ng ating pag-review. It really takes some time. But I'm sure this will be worth it dahil natataon din ito since pre-order na rin here in the Philippines sa ating mga official stores. And with that, sisimulan natin guys kung ano nga ba yung makukuha nyo if ever you will be pre-ordering from Beyond the Box. To those who doesn't know yet, Beyond the Box is a premium Apple reseller. And of course, an Apple authorized service provider. So, ibig sabihin guys, lahat ng Apple products pwede nyong mabili sa kanila. And of course, even if meron man kayong ma-encounter na problema in the future, you guys can also come to them para maayos yung inyong mga Apple products. Actually, yung pre-order nila is from October 12 to 15. So, the moment that you guys are watching this video, pwede pa kayong makapag-pre-order. Pwede kayong makapag-pre-order sa websites nila, sa retail stores, and of course, sa Lazada. Anyway, these are all the things that you will be getting if you will be pre-ordering from Beyond the Box. Of course, we have here the phone, which is the iPhone 15 Pro. What I got is the natural titanium. You will be also getting a Momax power bank. This is worth 2,590 pesos. A 20 watts power delivery charger. Sakto to dahil walang power brick na kasama dito sa loob ng kanyang box. We also got speakers. And last but not the least, you will also be getting a tempered glass that I lost. By the way, kung medyo delay yung budget nyo, don't worry because pre-order sa Lazada Mall specifically will be until October 19. Actually, ito yung inaantay talaga ng karamihan, yung pre-order ng mga authorized reseller in the Philippines kasi maganda yung pre-order freebies, especially in Beyond the Box kasi sigurado na may makukuha kayo kahit na pang ilan pa kayo sa magpi-pre-order. Pangalawa, syempre, is of course the deals that you will be getting kapag magbabayad kayo. It's either cash or credit card. So yeah, without further ado, let us now proceed with our full review. Unang-unang bagay na gusto kong i-consider nyo is of course the price. In dollars, itong iPhone 15 Pro starts at $999 USD. Katulad ng naging presyo ng iPhone 14 Pro noong unang lumabas to. Now, for the official price ng iPhone 15 Pro naman sa mga official resellers natin like Beyond the Box, the 128GB retails for 76,990 pesos. But kung mapapansin nyo, mas mahal yung iPhone 15 Pro Max entry level price ngayon, which is 91,990 pesos. Why? Because we no longer have a 128GB base for the Pro Max. Simula ito ng 256GB to 1TB. So yup, let's set these boxes aside and let's focus on the phones. Alam nyo, if there's something that I really appreciate from these phones, that is probably how many grams lighter the Pro and Pro Max are compared sa kanilang predecessors. Again, this is because of the new titanium alloy used sa kanyang gilid. Again, frame lang po yung titanium alloy. So, yap, kung wala kayong planong mag-pre-order, you might wanna visit the stores first at i-feel nyo yung sinasabi kong 19 grams lighter because it really makes a huge difference. But that doesn't mean that the iPhone 15 Pro Max is light by any means. Mas komportable lang talaga itong gamitin for a longer period of time unlike before. Pero iba pa rin syempre yung pakiramdam pag yung iPhone 15 Plus lang yung ginagamit ko, which is obviously a much lighter choice. But at least, alam niyo yun, hindi na siya oversized and it feels like a regular phone now. Now, I know napapansin nyo parang masyadong overshadowed yung iPhone 15 Pro ng kanyang larger brother. But to me, it still has one big advantage, a more pocketable size. So yes, yung mga ganitong scenario guys, it really depends on you. Pero kung ako yung tatanungin nyo, I'll definitely go for the Pro Max. Ngayon, marami nagtatanong while I was away, nung nagta-travel ako, I went to different places, bringing these phones with me, of course. kung nag-overheat ba itong iPhone 15 Pro Max ko. I'm not gonna lie with you, it really does, but it is more of a case-to-case basis. So halimbawa, nung nasa Boracay ako, nag-overheat siya, pero it was only during at noon while I was using the camera, shooting videos at 4K, to the point that the phone told me to stop using it. But after that, pinagpahinga ko lang yung phone just like what it told me to do. After 15 to 30 minutes, okay na ulit siyang gamitin. By the way, hindi ko lang yun sa Pro Max na experience, but as well as on my 15 Pro. So yup, to end my experience in terms of its design, this iPhone 15 Pro Max is the most comfortable Pro Max iPhone I've ever held. It's no longer unbearably heavy and doesn't dig into my palms anymore, which is what we want from a smartphone that costs like this. Now, sa mga bagong kuha lang ng iPhones nila and you guys are watching this video and doesn't know how to change the new action button feature, here's a quick tutorial. All you need to do is go to the settings app, tap nyo lang yung action button, and you can now completely change this depending on what you guys like. You can enable the silent mode or turn on focus mode, open the camera app, turn on flashlight, start a voice memo, enable the magnifier app, run a Siri shortcut, or launch an accessibility tool. Now, kung medyo on the tech-savvy side ka, mas exciting gamitin yung shortcuts option niya, from which you can open any app you want, starting a new note, launching Spotify, and many more. Now, let's talk about the cameras. Previously, guys, I did a camera test, but I know medyo nakakabitin siya because I did not explain that much. But of course, over the few weeks that I've had these phones, you will see on my stories na talaga namang I tried my best to test out its cameras. Okay, so I know at first glance wala masyadong nagbago, especially for those people who really track specs. Yup, they are the exact same specs as the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but the differences are beyond those numbers, and yes, to me, they are impactful. Una-una, yung main camera ng 15 Pro Max now defaults to 24 megapixels instead of 12 megapixels like last year, giving you, of course, more detail in each photos. So kung nagpipicture kayo ng mga tao, dogs, or any animals, it now automatically captures depth information so that you can turn them into a portrait mode shots in the Photos app. You can also get Apple's new Smart HDR5 image processing for improved colors. Hindi lang yon, one of the reasons din kung bakit ko sinasabi na mas okay kunan ang 15 Pro Max ngayon is the 5x optical zoom, from which yung predecessor niya only supports 3 times optical zoom maximum. Both of these two phones that I bring with me every day really takes beautiful shots. But of course, don't quote me on this yet kasi hindi pa naman natin nahahawakan yung bagong Pixel phones or even the new Samsung Ultra devices that will be launched next year. I know yung optical zoom ng iPhone 15 Pro Max doesn't reach the same optical heights as phones like the S23 Ultra na merong 10 times optical zoom. Obviously, kung gusto nyo ng mga outrageous zoom capabilities, these phones are not for you. But if you want a telephoto camera that delivers among the best 5x images you've seen, hindi kayo magsisisi, no doubt, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is definitely the one for you. Although I know, of course, yung jump from 3x natin sa 14 Pro Max to 5x now isn't groundbreaking, but it does get you meaningfully closer sa inyong mga subjects. In fairness, Apple's Tetra Prism lens does a fantastic job of retaining lots of detail and colors, from which makikita niyo yan guys sa mga sample photos and even video footages right now. Now, in terms of the ultra-wide, this is remain unchanged from last year. It's still a great performer. Accurate pa rin yung colors niya and still has a wide field of view with minimal edge distortion. It also still doubles as a macro camera, and yung results from it continue to be some of my favorite from a macro mode on a phone. Now, to those people who are into filmmaking or just really loves taking videos to the next level. You'll be glad to know that these new phones can now shoot ProRes log. Isa to sa mga standout benefits ng mga bagong iPhone 15 Pro models. You can capture 4K ProRes log footages, from which we usually only get from professional cameras. Actually, this option, we've been doing this sa mga cameras that we have here in the studio. But here on the new iPhones, pinag-aaralin ko pa rin siya until now. But I'm glad that we now have this kind of option. By default, hindi nyo pa magagamit yung ProRes log. So you really have to go to the camera settings for you to turn this on. Para sa camera app nyo na lang siya isi-switch on and off. Overall guys, photos shot by the iPhone 15 Pro and even by the iPhone 15 Pro Max, of course, is obviously one of the very best in the industry and can really be a huge reason for you to get these. Again, iPhones pa lang din guys ang nakapagbibigay sa atin ng magandang, alam niyo na, social media optimization, from which it makes our uploads really good compared kapag gumamit tayo ng Android devices. Unti-unti na rin naman si Samsung, but again, we're not yet there. Google uploads naman to social media, okay naman, pero again, not iPhone level din. I know these because I review these phones and I've tried them multiple times. Now, design, durability, cameras aside, isa sa mga na-enjoy ko dito sa mga bagong iPhones is obviously the charging. For most people, hindi significant yung USB-C na bago na meron tayo. But since it opens up to a lot of possibilities, katulad ng display cables, SD card readers, audio adapters, game consoles, or even using your device as a power bank. Battery life, kung i-compare ko rin naman ang iPhone 15 Pro Max with the iPhone 15 Pro, in fairness, malaki yung pinagkaiba nila. For the past years that I've been reviewing Apple devices, mas madalas ko kasing piliin yung non-Max kasi nga syempre mas maliit. And pansin ko, halos parehas lang naman din ng capability. Ngayong taon lang talaga ako pumili ng Pro Max. And the difference in terms of battery is huge. Before, halos 2 beses ako mag-charge ng iPhone in a day. Now, halos 1 beses na lang. Sometimes, it lasts about 38 hours between charges with screen activity. And on the heaviest of days, spent mostly on 5G using applications, shooting photos, battery still managed to last about 28 hours. Siguro, my main issue lang on these new phones is unang-una, the charging. To me, slow charging can be frustrating since sanay ako sa mga Android devices that I review na merong grabe, sobrang bilis na charging capability. Pansin ko, it still offers the same charging speed that the 3-year-old iPhone 12 series does. So yup, dito talaga na pag-iiwanan si Apple. Now, as someone whose job is obviously to review new smartphones almost every time that there's a new one, it makes sense of course to swap these phones regularly. I wouldn't recommend na mag-upgrade kayo, lalong-lalo na kung kayo ay galing ng iPhone 14. But of course, if you have the means, hindi ko kayo pipigilan. Now, yung mga naka-iPhone 13 Pro Max naman and below, I do think you could make a good case for upgrading. So yes, I may not be able to cover everything guys, pero ito yung mga nasa notes ko na gusto kong idagdag na hindi ko na-discuss gaano sa ating first impressions. One thing is for sure, I don't miss the lightning cable. So yup, that's basically it for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max long-term review. If you have any more questions guys, I'll be happy to help you in the comment section below. Again, it's your Tech Girl Mary and see you in our next video. Bye guys!